I'm Gloop.
And I'm Kay,
And this is the Sweet Aisle.
where even the simple task of choosing sweets takes an hour and multiple tangents.
All while our poor friend is telling us,
Just pick something!
so let's see where our brains take us this time. Do you know what I bought today?
No.
It's going to sound so weird out of context, but I love it. I bought 10 men for 69p.
Excellent!
Gingerbread men!
Hey, the best kind of man.
Yes, I bought 10 gingerbread men for 69p. I just saw it and I was like, nice. It's the default now for everything. You hear 420, you go,
Yeah.
You can't help but not.
You hear 69 and you do go, nice.
It's almost, is it compulsion?
Yeah, it's been like socially conditioned in.
Yes, it's in so many videos, you just go, nice.
Yeah.
Especially with that, is it a GIF, is it a meme? What's the one with sound? What's that, is that a GIF still?
I think, no.
What is that called then?
A short looping video.
Yeah, but it's like the GIF of the guy going, nice.
Oh yeah, that's a meme.
That's a meme, right, okay. I never know.
What are you doing?
Cable,
No.
must investigate Cable.
No, buddy, come on.
Solomon.
You know better, buddy.
But I like the cables. I'm bored of the jingly, I want the cables.
What's up?
The sky.
I have cat. I am happy.
You could say it's perfect. And I got the reaction I was after.
What, dead
silence.
I thought that you were always aiming for a moan or a groan.
It's what some people refer to as the golf clap.
Honestly, it was just I just wasn't acknowledging that.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to get acknowledged because, well...
Because that joke is older than time itself.
Yes. I am waiting, because there is a roller kitchen roll down there. I'm waiting for Solomon to realise and unravel it.
He hasn't really tried unravelling things.
Now, I'm not saying every cat owner does this,
Yes.
but there is actually such a thing of, in the bathroom...
Oh, switching which
specific
way
orientation,
round.
yeah.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah, because some cats do like doing that, and you've got to do
Yeah.
it over the top.
Yeah, so you basically put it so that it faces away from you rather than...
Yeah, so it just literally lips
Yeah,
over
because if the
itself.
cat then goes to it and starts pouring,
Yeah.
it rotates in such a way that if anything it would wind.
Yeah, it broke my brain when I first heard it, because I was like, wait, what? Because I heard it audio.
Yeah.
So I was trying to visualise it, and I couldn't. And I was literally going, so I actually went home and was like looking, and I went, oh, I understand the physics now.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense. Because if you got it so it rolls, so you kind of have it,
So if you have the end of it facing towards you...
so outside facing towards you and on the closest side to you,
Yeah.
it will unravel. Whereas if you
Yes.
have it on the wall, it'll just go round and round and round
Yeah,
and round and round.
if anything, it would wind it back up.
Yes. And I go, wind up, bobbing up, wind. Yeah, that's a very old nursery rhyme. Pull, pull, clap, clap, clap.
Yes.
Solomon's just like long,
He
like
is.
led out long. And Wheels is slowly waving the snake in front of their nose. And it's kind of almost touching their nose, kind of not. And they're just sat there going, no, no, no. Oh, if I
It's
must.
just kind of repeatedly smacking him on the side of the cheek. And he's just like, yeah, whatever.
This is fine.
And then there's the occasional, oh, if I must, I'll grab it.
He's just there going, this is fine.
This is fine. My prey is coming to me.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And more importantly, he is not attacking cables, so win-win.
Yeah.
To be fair, he has been very wound up this morning, so...
Yeah, leading up to recording, he's been a headless chicken running around like a madman.
Yeah.
But then again, that's what you get for a little kitten.
Yes.
That was tricky to say,
Little kitten.
Yeah,
How is that tricky to say?
little. Because I don't know why, but the way I say it, my tongue kind of goes out little.
Yeah.
I don't do ta, I go ka. I kind of make a ka, little.
Little.
So I kind of go little more than little. That's kind of how I say
Fair
it, so
enough.
little kettle.
Little kitten.
Little kitten. So I want to say kettle, not... I want a soft sound at the end, not a hard sound, so I go little kittle. No, little kitten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's a little twat sometimes, but we love him.
All cats are lovable twats. aren't they?
Yeah, that is fair.
They're all lovable.
But most four-legged furry animals
Yeah,
are
they're
lovable twats.
yeah, they're just lovably insane,
Yes.
or insane but lovable.
Interviews with zookeepers imply that is true no matter the size of the furry four-legged thing.
Why did I think you just said interviews with zucchinis?
That would be a very boring interview. So, what do you think of this subject? Zucchini noises.
Why did I think you were going to say zucchini?
I have no idea. For a start, I normally refer to them as a courgette, not a zucchini.
I know, it's like cilantro is basil? No,
Coriander.
coriander. There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know I think they're called hard herbs or soft herbs. There's a variation.
I don't know.
It's like cinnamon's hard, and then
That's
you
a
get
spice.
But yeah, that's what I mean. I hear it occasionally. I'm like, what? Throw in all your hard herbs. I was like, okay.
The fuck is a hard herb?
I don't know. I heard it in I can't remember the guy's name, but he did a thousand,
it might
a
be
million
things
years.
like lemongrass, etc.,
Ah,
which are herbs but are also hard.
yes.
They are plant, like stalking
Yeah.
things, i.e.
Yeah.
herb, but
Yeah, I hear him
Tough.
occasionally say it, and I was like, 'cause I think he just recently did a million years of food or something.
oh,
like,
Joshua Wiseman.
That's the one. Yeah, that's why I keep hearing it. I'm like, that makes no sense to me.
I haven't watched this content. Was the A Million Years of Food any good? Because it's popped up on my thing a few
It's-
times now, but I find his attitude to some things kind of irritating, so I have to be in the mood to watch his stuff, because otherwise I just get annoyed at him.
He is a character, isn't he? Where it's
Yeah.
like you gotta have the right mindset.
And I do get that, you know, if you have the ability to do those things, yeah, that's great.
Mm.
But the way he goes on about it, it's like you can't make a nice meal without blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, not
Yeah.
everyone has the time and the money
Yeah,
to do that. Stop
it's
being
alright.
such a snob.
It's more entertaining than educational.
Yes,
It's more.
that's fine.
Yeah, I think that's how I saw it.
I like
It-
his entertaining
Yes.
content. I don't like his educational content.
Yeah,
Because-
there's a couple exceptions, like the fried rice comparisons.
Yes.
Like the 3-day, the 3-minute, and the 3 something else.
3 hour.
3 hour, that's it. That one was good.
Yes.
But the thing that bugs me occasionally is when they say the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but it is the same thing. Where they go, it's cook it until GBD, golden delicious down,
Yeah.
brown or whatever, golden brown delicious. And they say both bits every time. It's like, okay, the first time, understandable, new person. But not for the successive 15 times.
Yes.
It gets a bit
Irritating.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I do like it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it's like, I can only manage one, maybe 2 videos at a time.
Yeah.
I like the taste testing ones where they bring in people like,
Yes. I like the But Better series quite a lot.
mm,
Where it's like, I'm going to make a Big Mac at home, but better.
Yes.
Although I do find it quite funny when he has the taste comparison, and it's like, which is the better burger? Not from like a fast food perspective,
yes.
but from a which tastes better. And it's obvious he's going to win, because
Oh, yeah.
like he's using like $50 worth of ingredients to make one burger.
Yes.
And then they're using like 50 cents worth of ingredients
Yes.
to make the same size burger. Like, of course theirs isn't going to taste as
No.
good. No shit, Sherlock.
The one I actually quite enjoy watching, again, I can only handle in small doses, Uncle Roger.
Yes, I can't remember the channel name, but yes, he is.
He's brilliant, because when he was on, is it Mythical Kitchen?
Yes.
Doing his last meal. You only had that one scene, or that one section with Uncle Roger, and that was just the right amount.
Yeah. He's a real character. I
Oh, yeah.
do think that he can be a bit annoying sometimes, but not anywhere near as often.
Yeah, because he's
Like,
actually done an Amazon series, I don't know if you've noticed.
I hadn't, but
I've only watched a couple episodes, because I only discovered it a few days ago. He actually visits some of the people he reviews the videos of.
Oh, please tell me Jamie Oliver is one.
I haven't watched far enough to find out.
Oh,
But
I
there
really
was
hope so.
a BBC good food video where somebody's going, here's how you make fried rice
Oh, is
kind of
this
stuff.
the one where she like drains the rice? And
Yes.
Yeah, I've actually seen that on his YouTube channel,
Ah,
and yeah, that was
really funny.
brilliant.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did like
Auntie
that.
Esther.
That's it.
Yes.
I did like that. I love that. Auntie Esther, Auntie this, Auntie that.
Yeah. When
I
he
like-
respects someone, he calls them uncle or aunt.
Yeah.
And then when he doesn't, he just calls you rude names.
And it's the aye.
Also, I think our producer wanted to say something earlier.
I was just going to say, do you want to know the difference between hard herbs and soft herbs?
Oh, yeah,
oh,
go
yes.
on.
Okay.
Hard herbs are more durable and you put them in the beginning of the dish.
Yes.
And soft herbs are more delicate and they're more garnishes or at the end of cooking.
So coriander would be like a soft herb because
Yes.
it's very soft and it
'Cause
breaks
this-
down quickly. Whereas something like lemongrass, which is
Yes.
more durable and you need to cook for longer, is a hard herb.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's kind of like spinach.
Fun fact.
We love those.
That's our QI moment of the day.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Well, probably
One
not
of
the last
many.
one.
One
yeah.
of many. Every day's a learning day. I hate
Yes.
but love that saying.
Yes, every day's a school day.
Yeah. It's like, but I did 16 years of school.
Yeah.
I don't want to do any more.
No.
The years after, when you're at college and university, they're somewhat optional. You decide if you want to continue. But until you're 16, nope.
Yeah. Also, like in school, I was forced to be around some interesting individuals that I would have rather not shared oxygen with.
Fair enough. We all know people like that.
Whereas after school, when I encounter those people, I can just walk away.
Yeah. Completely change of subject.
Yes.
TV licenses.
Are stupid.
Yes. They're contradictory AF as well.
How so?
I occasionally watch Black Belt Barrister who gives guidance on these things, and people often send in like a letter they have received,
Yeah.
and this, that, and the other, and it's like, can you just kind of help me understand this kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
According to the you must buy a license thing, you have 4 boxes.
Yes.
One of them is enjoy watching or downloading content from BBC iPlayer, basically.
Yes.
The word enjoy, from a legal perspective, is so
Vague.
personal.
Yes.
Because what if you don't enjoy it? Can you get a refund?
Mm-hmm.
It's very kind
If
of...
you do not derive enjoyment from anything you have watched or downloaded,
Yeah.
etc.
Then do I have to buy the TV license?
And the BBC would say yes, but
Well, the TV licensing body will say yes.
yes, but technically by
yeah.
what they've written, no.
Because the 4 boxes are very summarised.
Mm-hmm.
3 I say makes sense. But there's one that says watch things on basically like YouTube.
Yes, but it's specifically live BBC content.
Not necessarily.
No?
Because it's any live TV you need a TV license for.
Oh.
So any of the big like news broadcasters, say they put their, say, I don't know, something big happens like the King, what with their cancer and everything
Yeah.
right now. What if suddenly to fall ill, then they want everyone to see it, so they start a live channel on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
You would technically need, from the perspective of the license, you will need the TV license to watch that channel on YouTube.
Yeah, fair enough.
In the UK, that is. I don't know the rest of the world with their TVs and all of that.
Yeah.
Most of it's free. Well,
Mhm.
I say
Well,
free.
most of
You
it's
pay for a
private
subscription.
companies,
Yeah, you
like-
pay for the subscription, which is kind of the license fee.
Yeah.
But this is where it gets very muddy and very grey. They deem like streaming stuff, if it's a regular kind of timetabled
Yeah.
and basically appointment TV kind of thing is on at a
Yeah.
set time where people can watch. So if that applies to live streams and that,
Mm-hmm.
the rules they say for live TV and what do they call it where you put it in, where they put it in the TV listings?
Schedule?
That's the word. Yeah, so if it's scheduled and it's 3 p.m. every day and it's this kind of content and that
Yeah.
kind of thing, you're meant to have a TV license.
Good luck enforcing that.
But then in the next line,
Uh-huh.
it says it doesn't apply to uploaded content, so to speak.
Yeah.
But there's nothing saying what's the difference between content and live TV.
Yeah.
So it's very grey, very muddy, very like, what the heck? And people are getting prosecuted for this. because they kind of go, I watch this on YouTube, tick the box,
Yeah.
because they fear the knock on the door. And apparently people have been caught up like it. So much like the post office stuff,
Yeah.
with the broken, known about bug in the Horizon system,
Yeah.
could this be another falsely,
Yeah, like maliciously
Yeah.
false.
then knowingly convicting people
Mm-hmm.
who are innocent?
Yes.
So could it be a new scandal? That's what the point of that video was.
Yeah.
And it's mental.
There's been a study done recently that shows, you know how the BBC is meant to be completely impartial, etc., etc.
Within reason,
It's
yes.
supposed to be.
Yes, that's his remit, yes.
Yeah, it's been proven that that has not been the case for like 30 plus years, and that in fact they always lean to whoever's in power.
Oh, I know. Because this year's going to be an election year for like a lot of countries.
Yeah, us and the States are the two big ones I know
Yeah,
of.
there's a whole bunch more. I was watching TLDR and they listed them. I was like,
Ah.
whoa, that's a lot of countries.
So there's potential for
Yeah,
like
'cause Russia-
huge globe. Russia having an election isn't really an election.
No,
though.
but-
you
but-
go in and someone puts a gun to your head and says, "Tick the box that says Putin."
I caught the tail end of the 10 o'clock news, I think, a week or two ago.
Yeah,
And the Russian correspondent, 'cause this is when he was launching his campaign, Putin that is,
yeah,
he goes into the like room where everyone's gathering, like the mingling area. I don't know what you call that zone. But anyway, he goes up to one of the Putin people
yeah.
and he goes, basically kind of does the devil's advocate kind of question.
Uh-huh.
And the response was, well, you're old. You don't
Yeah.
understand.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Just because he's an older gentleman. I'd say, what, 50s, maybe 60s?
Who's-
The correspondent, the BBC
Okay.
correspondent. So this younger person, I'd say middle age, so not
Yeah.
that much younger, is going, oh, you're old, you don't remember, you're going senile. Was basically the read between the lines response. And it was like,
Excuse you?
It's one of the few times I was like, to the BBC correspondent, damn.
Yeah.
It's like one of those moments where you actually feel for the person. You're like,
Yeah,
that's a personal attack.
that's rude.
And this is
Yes, he works for a company that I don't like very much, but that's not his fault.
no.
He needs to pay bills and eat food the same as
Yeah.
everyone else.
You don't personally attack people like that.
No, especially not when they're doing their job. Like
No. But
you don't have to be there. He does.
what was the original point? What was the original
we
bit
had
we
one?
got? I was talking about elections and I was saying this year's a big election year and I was trying to remember why I was saying about that. Oh well, I'll probably remember.
Yeah, probably at 2:00 in the morning.
That was it. It was the BBC and this impartiality.
Yes, it was.
Yes, because this year's going to be a big election year.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything from the Liberal Democrats,
No.
the Green Party.
No.
There's some party Nigel Farage is affiliated with.
Oh,
with
the
ex-
Reform Party?
yeah, with the ultimate righties of the right party.
Yeah, the ones where it's like, yeah, we want to, like...
Basically, they've had their whip removed, so they've
Yeah.
joined the Reform Party.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you're too right for us, is basically what they did.
With
Thing
how
about
far
those-
right the Tories are leaning now is quite impressive.
Yeah.
It's like, here is the acceptable level of right wing. Here are the Tories.
Yeah.
And then, like, down here somewhere.
That's where Liz
That's
Truss has
the
ended
Reform
up.
Party. Like,
Yeah. Because the likes of Liz Truss is now affiliated with them. Quasi-Quattering or
To be
something.
fair, she's never going to
No.
get a seat in the
No.
Tory party again, so I can understand why she's jumped ship.
Yeah, the Chancellor that delivered that mini budget that was catastrophic.
The one that Liz Truss went, yeah, this is a great idea.
I think it's Quasi-Quattering. He's
Something
down
like
there
that.
now. He's kind of big, and I gotta admit, I kind of respect Nigel Farage in a little tiny sense of this. People want him to be leader of it.
Yeah.
And he's not ruling it out, but he's genuinely going, no. So he's kind of gone, I've had that in days. I'm just here. I'm mingling. I'm networking.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm just here to give these people ideas.
Yeah, and the free booze.
Yeah.
So,
That's kind of genius.
yes, that's kind of why there's a tiny bit of respect.
Because his political career did very well, but his appearance in the court of public opinions took a battering
Yeah.
when he was leading UKIP.
Yeah, he learned a lot through that. And
So
I think,
now he can still put all those ideas out, but none of them are going to be attached to his name.
yes. It's sneaky.
He's
it's conniving.
Very
but
much Blue-Eyed Man from Cyberpunk 2077.
I've not played, so I don't know.
There's a dude that you see like 2 or 3 times in the game, always in the background, just watching as big events are unfolding, or
I see.
not necessarily big events, but potentially important events.
Okay. So it's like, is it almost to the point of puppet master of a marionette?
Kind of thing, but you never see anything that directly says he's pulling the strings. It's always just very heavily implied.
Yeah, it's kind of like hearsay and speculation.
And like every now and again he'll talk to you.
Okay.
And it's always giving you some really important information.
And you're like,
that-
how do you get this? Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but he never will tell you how he gets it or
Yeah.
anything.
Okay.
So it's very cool.
Am I going to? Sorry, my brain wants me to sneeze. Am I going to or not?
Should I stay or should I go now?
Hold for sneeze.
Nope, I'm not going to sneeze. Oh, that was really intense in my nose. I was like, almost like I couldn't breathe through my nose. It was like,
Oh no,
yeah, that's why I was like, hang on. Oh boy.
not fun times.
No, I've had that a lot the last few days where I just have this intense feeling. And I think I was around wheels like yesterday and I did exactly the same. I literally just stopped still, paused for like 2 seconds. Sorry, did I scare you when I moved my foot? Sorry, Solomon. Yeah, I stopped still just suddenly when I was walking around.
Yeah.
And it was like, the question was, "You right, dude?" It's like, hang on. No, I'm not going to sneeze. I'm fine. I did it the other day in the kitchen and it confused my mum. It's like, what are you doing? Trying to work out if I'm going to sneeze or not. It's
It's
because
not fun.
the air pressure's changing right now.
Yeah.
Because we're going for, we've been quite mild to sudden frosts.
Yeah,
And
it is.
it's just playing havoc with things like my sinuses.
Really cold at night.
Mm.
Which, to be fair, I actually quite enjoy, but
Yeah, I don't mind too much.
like
Um,
I like having an ice cold room and being snuggly under a blanket. It is the best feeling.
For me, I like it to one point.
What?
If I can feel the tip of my nose cold and
Yeah.
everything else is warm, that is the worst for me.
Oh, no,
Because I
like
want to put the duvet over my head, but then I can't breathe because it's too hot. Then I take it off and my nose gets cold again, and it's like...
that. No, you have to accept that sometimes
Yeah.
you're gonna have
I
a
had-
bit of you that's cold. The
I
worst
had
for
that
me is
yesterday.
if my shoulders get cold. It's just like, oh no, I don't like that.
I have to have my shoulders covered. Even if I'm wearing a t-shirt and
Yeah.
it's like 3 PM, I just want a nap, I still got to have something over the top of me.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't just sit somewhere and sleep.
Not on
unless I-
purpose.
Yes. Yeah, not intentionally.
Like occasionally I will be sat somewhere and then just not be conscious anymore.
Yes.
So that's not like falling asleep. That's
No.
just a case of, hey, you are no longer awake.
Yeah, but it's just really bizarre how I can't do it. I've tried. It's like when I'm traveling in a car, I'm always awake. I can't sleep, even though my body's telling me sleep. And I can get car sick occasionally, so sleep is kind of the best thing.
Yeah, I do
And I
actually
can't do that.
sleep in cars fairly easily, but I think that's because I get so badly car sick that
Your
I've
brain just
kind
shuts
of
off.
trained myself to,
Yeah, I have occasionally fallen asleep on the bus,
yeah.
but that's more because it's all kind of hot, stuffy, no real
Yeah,
anesthesia,
it's the...
and it's all overwhelming, and my brain just goes and off.
Yes.
It's not in. It's more an induced sleep rather than falling asleep.
Choosing to rest.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. Ended up in places where I didn't intend to be. That confused the crap out of me. In my peripheral, I just saw this kind of like flick action. I was like, "What the heck?"
Cat's tail.
And from my perspective, it looked like Leaf's shoe had a tail, and so that's why I saw my peripheral. And it caught me a bit off guard. It's why I've changed my angle of sitting this time round, so I can't see much from
I
that
thought
side.
you were just experimenting with bisexual sitting.
What's that? Genuinely, I've never heard any of that
Don't
before.
actually know what that is.
So there's a running joke that bisexuals don't know how to use a chair properly because they sit on chairs at weird angles.
I think that's just gays in general.
Possibly, but I've seen like whole things about like bisexual chairs and stuff.
No, I have a physical reason why I sit like this.
I know. but-
Yeah, yeah, my back being misshapen is...
Yes, but you normally do sit straighter on the chair.
No need to get so defensive.
I didn't say you were bisexual.
No, I know. It's like,
Even if you were, what's the problem?
no, it's just like, I think it's more, there has to be a name for things. It's not per se, but it's like inventing something for a specific reason that has never been a problem.
Yeah.
It feels very much like that to me.
Yeah.
It's just...
People are weird.
Yeah, I understand people are creative and they come up with odd things.
Yes.
And some of them do stick.
Mhm.
And some of them work. But sometimes I'm just like, really?
Like the phrase neurospicy. That
Yes.
works.
Yes.
And
That's a word, it's not a thing. It's not an action like sitting.
fair.
Yeah.
But it's referring to a specific way of sitting on a chair. It's still a thing. It's just...
It's the whole labels thing. I'm funny about labels
Yeah, it
sometimes.
doesn't mean only bisexuals.
No, I know it doesn't.
It just means that a lot of bisexuals sit that way. And to be fair, the amount of people I see commenting on the memes about it being like, well, but including myself, to be fair. I am bisexual and I've never sat straight on anything.
Out of context.
Yes.
I mean, in context.
Yeah, it kind of works. It kind of works both. Yeah, there we go.
Much like the bisexuals.
Yeah.
So I just looked at bisexuals sitting, and the first thing I saw is the bi chair for people who can't sit straight is now for sale.
I told you.
That's fair enough. It still reminds me when I worked at the
Is
college.
there a picture of the chair to show Biff? Because it is great. I kind of want one.
What the hell is that?
Biff looks like he's just been shown a geometry puzzle.
It's a bisexual
It's
chair.
a pop-up's just appeared.
Oh, fuck you, Pop-Up. I'll send it to you.
Why do you need a footrest under your seat?
So you can do this.
Do you not? Yeah, I don't like putting my feet straight.
I kind of...
I need something to put them on.
Like, I actually will, like, bend one leg and then rest my foot on top of my other ankle to get that effect.
I kind of sit cross-legged. It's the cross-legged action,
Yeah.
but on two different, like, X. Is it X or Y? I can't remember. It's on two different planes.
Yeah.
So it's just, that's kind of how I do it. It's like,
I don't know. It's a bit hard because we're talking in three-dimensional space. There's like X, Y, Z.
floor up.
Oh, that would be Y.
Z.
No,
No, Z's
Z is
flat.
depth.
Yes.
X is across.
Y is up. So yeah, the Y-axis.
Because
Yes.
it's the order that you would.
I
read them.
3D print and I still confused with which axis is which. I've kind of gotten to a point now where it's all muscle memory, not remembering.
Whereas I don't remember. I just kind of plot it out in my head, if that makes sense.
I just got used to, if I need to move the hot end up and down, I've kind of worked it out. Oh, it's this many clicks, it's this many clicks, it's this many clicks, with enters in between. So I don't physically remember the word, so to speak. It's that muscle memory component thing. Is like, you know the steps,
Yes.
but you forget the names for the steps.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that's how I've done it muscle memory wise.
Yeah,
No.
like the simplest application of it I can think of is like when you're dribbling a basketball, you just learn the sort of like rhythm you need.
Yeah.
And it eventually, rather than you're thinking like, right, press down now, come up, press
Yeah,
down, come up, you eventually just go to dribble the ball.
Yeah, you find the resonance, and you find the resonance that's good for you, so you have your hand automatically at that height to dribble.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing. My brain just went back a point. The moment when you get sudden respect from a group of students.
Okay.
Yeah, when I still worked at the college, they were drawing a floor plan of the theatre, and one of the students is quite a perfectionist, wanted very straight lines, was trying to find a rule.
Yeah.
They did try to freehand, and it's very wiggly. They both work. And the comment was, "Well, that's not very straight." And I just went, "Who is?" And I stood behind them,
Yeah.
and they didn't necessarily know I was there because they were kind of led on the floor with a big whiteboard, because we
Yeah.
didn't have a table or a stand for the whiteboard, so they laid it on the floor and they were kind of there on their bellies drawing it.
As you do.
So I was there wandering around and I just went, "Who is?" And then I suddenly got, "Yeah," kind of like,
You
like,
tell him.
they were like, "Yeah, you think like us," kind of like
Yes.
solidarity. And I was like, "Yeah."
Well, to
And
be
then I
fair,
left 2
you
weeks
are
later.
a somewhat queer-ish,
Yeah.
neurospicy.
But when I was at work, I was completely different. I say work like I'm still working there. I'm still not used to that. I worked
Nearly 4 months.
I know, but I worked there for 7 years.
That is true.
So it's kind of still in my head. I'm very quiet when I was at the college. And not that I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I wasn't that quiet.
But you were
But
just...
I kept myself to myself. I only made myself known really when somebody asked me a very specific question or gave me a very specific thing. I would then kind of not open up, but I'm more myself. I don't command attention when I walk into a room. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I literally walk into a room and go, oh, hiya, and then carry on, and I just toddle on and do what I want.
Yes.
So to suddenly go dunk like that, they're like, wait, what? Then they were kind of gutted that they didn't get to know me because I was leaving like 2 weeks later. I've been trying to rack my brain for a word that I learnt the other week, but I can't for the life of me remember it right now. I'm gonna have to go home, find the book and look it up again. You know my weird fascination with odd words.
Yes, I'm quite fond of it.
Yeah, I think I mentioned previously about Susie Dent books and liking
Yes,
Susie Dent.
the etymology of certain words and phrases.
Around Christmas time, I nearly bought myself the book that they released last year. Holiday season just gone. Luckily, I suddenly remembered when I was about to buy it, hang on, I've mentioned this to so many people now, I won't buy it. Luckily, I didn't.
Because someone got it for you.
Yeah, luckily Leaf... oh, excuse me, that came from nowhere.
That was the demons escaping from Gloop's body.
Wow.
You kind of gone red. Are you okay?
I am.
Is it embarrassment or forgetting to breathe?
Forgetting to breathe.
Well, that's not clever.
No. Because I think I'm laughing, I forget to breathe.
Yeah, I get
The
it.
surprise of it all, you're like, ah!
Yeah.
And then you... Oh,
Sorry, we are experiencing a cat-related incident.
Yes.
don't worry, it's not a catastrophe right now. Hey, I got a sticker.
Gloop, you're terrible.
Oh, that's something. There is actually a product out there called Gloop.
Yes.
3D printing Gloop.
Oh, there's a 3D printing one.
Yeah, it's a chemical plastic bonder.
Ah, nice.
And they just call it Gloop because you gloop it on.
Cool.
And it's literally the name is the instruction. I love it.
It is helpful.
Yes. However, yeah, it is very pungent and you kind of need to wear a respirator for it.
Good to know.
So,
But very Ron sealed.
it does exactly what it says on the tin.
Yes.
Except, what does Ron sealing mean?
It means you're sealing Ron.
Yeah, I get it's the brand and the products underneath. But at the same time, that
No, it is specifically to seal people called Ron.
And I go, we do run. We do run. No idea what that song is. I
Nor
just
do
know
I.
that bit. I quite enjoy it when those moments happen.
Yeah, but who doesn't like just being them and making people giggle? It's like...
And I just thought, the tickle monster. That'd be the worst.
He doesn't make people giggle.
No, he just... That's why I went, no, that'd be the worst. 'Cause my brain went, tickle monster. No, wrong way round. That's the extreme opposite.
He would really enjoy that.
He'd make himself giggle,
Yeah.
not others.
Until he got a black eye.
Well, if he extends his arms out, it's going to be very tricky to give him a black eye.
That's true.
I'm now trying to think, how many Mr. Men can I name?
Depends how good a shot you are. That you could throw something at him.
True. I wonder if that's what Roger Hargreaves intended by his creations.
What, for people to think about how to give Mr. Tickle a black eye?
Yeah. Like, do you throw Mr. Bump at Mr. Tickle? And does Mr. Strong throw Mr. Bump at Mr. Tickle?
I doubt it, but that is quite an amusing thought. That's why Mr. Bump is in bandages, because Mr. Strong threw him at Mr. Tickle and broke both of them.
How many more can I think of? Was there Mr. Muscle or is that the brand?
I don't know. That is a brand.
Yeah, I know it's the brand, but I don't know if it's the character as well.
There's Little Miss Chatterbox. There's Little Miss Naughty.
Oh yeah, I don't remember Oh yeah, was there Little Miss Cheeky? I don't remember.
That
I
was
don't
the
remember the
Little
Little Miss
Naughty.
Naughty. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember the Little Misses as much as I remember.
Was there a Mr. Clean?
I think that's another brand.
I know it is also another
But
brand.
I think there is a Mr. Clean, yes. Oh no, we're literally gonna be sat here. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah.
So you want me to
I
look up Mr.
forget.
Clean?
I forget. Leaf.
we have a leaf.
I forget Leaf does that. Because yes,
Our leaf from the Tree of Knowledge.
Hey, that's actually quite cool. If we had our phones, we wouldn't talk. We'd just be going, "Oh, have you seen this?"
Yeah. Hey, look at this dumb thing I found on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Clean is a brand. Also known as Mr. Proper.
Oh, well, yeah, Mr. Proper, yeah. I remembered that. 'Cause there was some additions. And some of them were like, wait, what? Like, didn't make sense. And there was a Mr. Messy who looked like just a
Yes.
giant scribble.
Yes, there was.
How many more can I name before you tell us? Oh, there's a green one. And it's a triangle, I think. And now I'm thinking Quality Streets.
Is it like Mr. Bossy?
Yes, there's a Mr. Bossy. Is there Mr. Grumpy?
I think so. Mr. Grumpy did pop through my head.
Yeah, that
There's
might be the
so
green
many
one.
of them.
There's like 30. I think of the original there was like 20 odd.
Yeah. And they've made
and now
more.
there's now nearer 40 or something. And
Yeah,
then you
'cause
add
you've
on the
got,
Little
like-
Miss. Because they added the Little Miss series as well.
And now almost every Mr. has a Little Miss counterpart and
Yes.
vice versa.
You
I'm
daft
just
thing.
waiting for like Mr. Homicidal or something.
I don't think you'll find that in the children's section, though.
No,
by some
Little
reason.
Miss Explosives expert.
Yeah, there's loads of these fuckers. I'm not naming them all for you.
That is fine.
Yeah,
Just
we'll look it up.
Drop
later.
a link in the Discord in general or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, I was about to say, oh, we'll remember later, but then I remembered, no, we
It's
won't.
us.
Because do you remember way back when you said about the tank for your vape?
Yes.
Do you remember how many...
4 weeks, 5 weeks.
Because I actually listened back.
Yes.
I mentioned it in one. And then there was a couple-week break before we recorded the next one. Because I think it was just after Christmas time.
Yes.
And then I mentioned it in that one, and we still forgot. So it's almost 7 weeks before I remembered.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, it was that long.
I was a little bit off.
Yeah,
it,
it's
I guess.
like it was around the Christmas period.
Yeah.
So, and I think we recorded one before, one after, and then I listened back and I then remembered because I was like, ah, yes, and I kind of.
Yeah, it was.
So it was a good 6, maybe 7 weeks.
Yeah, of course, because we had that fairly long Christmas break. Cause
Yeah,
stuff.
family.
Yeah. Christmas.
I liked it back when I was growing up in London. Round by us, it was we had a very multinational
Like
population.
multicultural.
Multicultural, that's the word. We had a very multicultural area. So we did have a row of shops that were the more halal.
Yeah.
And they would be open throughout. So we weren't too bad. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But everywhere else was literally shut from 6 p.m. or 4 p.m. Christmas Eve
Until...
right through until January the 2nd.
Damn. Fair enough. So do it almost more like, I can't remember the name of the country, but where like the whole country shuts down for... Yeah.
So you still have the areas where cultures that don't celebrate
Christmas.
the Christian Christmas, but they celebrate it differently.
Yeah.
They remain open, so you can still get your convenience things.
Yeah, your bread, your milk, your
Yeah.
eggs, batteries if you need them.
Yeah, you find your odd weird thing in there, like, I don't know, you see a thing with... Is it... Do they... Well, if it's more Polish, you find Cyrillic.
Yeah.
The Cyrillic alphabet. So you have Cyrillic symbols, or you have the Hebrew... I don't know what that language is. Arabic?
Yeah.
Yes, you have the Arabic letters, and you're like... What the heck am I picking up?
Yeah.
It's kind of an
I
adventure.
always love that when it's some sort of mystery smoked sausage.
Mm.
I don't know what this is, but I know it's going to be delicious.
Especially if it's from somewhere like Poland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just remembered the word I couldn't think of earlier.
Go
that
on.
was brilliant. A Nothammer is a German word.
What does it mean?
Not in German kind of means distress.
Yeah.
And hammer is the hammer. So underneath those emergency hammers you see on windows, break glass in emergency,
It says not hammer. I love that.
So I just...
Because it means like emergency hammer.
It
or
means
distress
hammer, yeah.
But not hammer.
So on a bus you'll see not hammer. Dunk. I like that.
What's this? Not hammer.
I heard it in... Actually, you know what I'm going to recommend is Lateral, the podcast Lateral with Tom Scott.
You've recommended it a couple of times.
I'm actually saying it this time.
Oh, like
Whereas
to-
before I've listened to. I genuinely... It's like 70 odd episodes.
You
but-
mean you're recommending it to our listeners?
Yes.
Got you. I thought you meant you were saying like I'm recommending it to you, and I was like, you have several times. I haven't listened to it yet. But
No.
that's because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and
Yes.
I need one of them to finish or to be caught up on before I pick up another one.
It's just great, stupid knowledge. And I love it. Because the first response was, is it cake? to what is not hammer, basically. And then is there a cake next to it saying not cake? It was the follow-up. So it's very, very light-hearted.
Yes.
Because there was one other, and it really made me laugh, and I can't remember what it was. It was just so stupid, it was genius that it was funny. These Black Op people wanted to go into somewhere to steal documents. This was like World War time, so you didn't have any digital database, it was all paper.
Yeah.
They tried on the first night and they couldn't get in. They tried lockpicking and everything. How did they succeed on the following night with just a pencil?
Wrote a note.
Pretty much. They wrote, "Please can you not lock the door tonight?" And they didn't. And they walked straight in. They tried to repeat it somewhere else. Got found, got caught. You hear it and you're like, huh?
That worked.
And it's like, wait, what? That was my silly answer in my head. And it was like, wait, that's genius.
Yeah, sometimes the dumbest answer is the best one.
You can have a paper on the most complicated theorems out there. Like, I don't know, the expansion of the universe.
Yes.
And you can probably, okay, with a bit of research, if you condense it down a little bit, it takes a couple years. Yet it takes centuries to do one on 1 + 1 = 2.
Yeah.
So you can explain the universe in a paper. It'll take you a couple years. But it'll be your lifetime research to say why the sky is blue.
Yeah. I do know why the sky is blue if you
same.
want to know.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
It's to do with refraction and reflection.
Yeah, the angle that the light from the sun hits the atmosphere causes diffraction with the nitrogen, which fluoresces blue, effectively.
The really simple questions
Yeah.
take forever to research and prove.
Yes.
Yet the really complicated ones, in the grand scheme of time and things, are relatively quick.
Yes.
I can't remember when the paper was, but 1 + 1 = 2. It's a 5-page paper proving it.
Yeah.
And it's within the last 20 years it was published, I think.
I can't remember exactly what it's called, but if you get two different shapes of tile, like very specific shapes of tile, and you start arranging them so that no tile of the same shape is touching another tile of that shape along an edge.
And
you
it
will-
never repeats.
Yes, you get an infinite pattern that never repeats, and I'm trying desperately to remember what it's called.
Veritasium did a video on it, and that's where I learned about it.
Same, funnily enough.
This pattern never repeats. I think it's literally just called that.
Yes.
It's a couple years ago, but I remember
Yeah,
watching
it's like a 23-minute video, and
Yeah.
it goes all into the history of, like,
Yeah.
the geometry, etc., etc.
There's one about infinite hotel rooms that I can't remember, which was also just as fascinating.
Yes.
I think it's the numbers between numbers. And they did the analogy with, like, hotel rooms.
Oh, yeah.
My mind was like, oh my lordy, what?
Yeah, it is crazy to think that between 0 and 1, there is infinity.
So in, like, the last 5 seconds, 5 infinities have passed.
Yes. Well,
How-
and then in the last 5
yeah.
half seconds, infinity has passed.
And in
Because
between
it
the
doesn't
point-
matter
yeah.
how close those 2 points are together, there is still an infinity between.
Yeah, there's a trick you can do with pints and pint glasses. You go down and I think it's you pour 2, you can keep pouring it into the halves or something of that nature and it will never run out or something. You can always fill it in that compartment. I can't remember what that is.
I have no idea what you are talking about.
Oh, it was another one that broke my mind. I can't remember. I'll probably find it later. But I remember seeing it being demonstrated on QI. I remember
Fair
that
enough.
much.
I remember seeing an Assassin's Teapot demonstrated on QI. Those are so cool.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Steve Mould on YouTube?
Is he the guy that makes weird prints of interesting things like the Assassin's Teacup,
Yeah.
the Greedy Cup?
Yeah, he basically
Yes.
makes 2-dimensional, clear.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I love his content. It's
Yeah.
really interesting.
Yeah, that's how I learned about it. And I was like,
That's how I
oh,
learned
wow.
out about the Greedy Cup, and I was like, that's genius.
Yeah.
We need a system like that in real life.
It's so clever.
Like, oh, you are taking too much, you now have nothing.
I had a thought enter my head, and then I went angular. And I was like, why am I going angular?
Oh, angular.
Yes.
First time you said it, I thought you said angler.
Oh, Angela
Like a
Merkel.
fisherman, and I was very
Oh.
confused.
I thought I went Angela Merkel. Back to Germany.
All over the shop.
Yeah, we're scattered today.
When aren't we? Much to our producer's chagrin.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing this every week.
You do decide by yourself to get on the bus to come here, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is somewhat optional.
At least as far as our audience know, you are not held here at gunpoint.
They are held by a "Where are you?" message.
There is no threats of physical or emotional harm.
There
This
is
could be
emotional
considered emotional harm.
Yeah, but we don't threaten it.
harm. You just do it.
Exactly. Also, they still arrive knowing this is going to happen, so it is
Yeah.
consensual.
That's why I was saying they have the choice to.
Just a little bit of masochism, you know.
Who isn't?
Who doesn't have a
Yeah,
little
that's the
bit of
word.
masochism in there?
Who doesn't enjoy a little bit of just
Suffering.
I
yeah?
just want to say, as Gloop said that, he made a squeezing motion with his hand.
Did I really?
Yeah.
You did. I thought it was intentional, to be honest.
And I just realised I don't have my squishy balls with me. Oh my god!
I'm surprised you left those at home. I thought they were quite attached.
Don't explain it.
They're in my coat pocket.
Oh, so you do have them with you. Okay.
Yeah, I have them with
They're just
me.
not on your person.
Yeah, I thought I'd be.
You thought you'd be fine without your
Bubbling
balls
them.
for a few minutes.
Oh boy, brain.
And if that's not a note to end on, I don't know what is.
Well, that's it, folks. The Maniacs have been put back in their cell for another fortnight when we release the next episode. Episodes will also be put on YouTube a week after the release on Spotify, just in case you want a repeat of this madness, for whatever reason. We also have other projects in the works too, so keep an eye out for those, and I'll let you know. Also, thank you to Wintergatan for giving us rights to use their song. You can find the links to those as well as our email in the description. And, hey, thank you to you for indulging these lunatics. We really do appreciate it.